Hello, and welcome to another Claire in the chat. All right, and as you enter, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. If this is your first time here, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe space. We're maintaining our safe community. So we do not bash anyone. We do not belittle anyone. We don't diss anyone, right? And we understand that we hold different views, and that's totally okay. Listen, I can see you right there in the chat. So welcome, and blessings to you too. All right, and watch, look, and listen is saying right away, can't wait for the final. All right, and for sure that comes up in a few hours, so that's tomorrow. All right, and we're going to talk about that. But guys, we need to talk about something here too in the context of these semis, all right, the semifinals. And we are going to see some fireworks, and we want to get a good sense of what that means, all right, for us as, Jamaicans, and also for the athletes. And I'm telling you, there's a heat number two that I believe is a very tough one. And in French, they would probably say très dangereux, very dangerous. All right, but we'll definitely see what that is for sure. All right, so I'm just waiting for us to get, some numbers going, and watch, look, and listen is saying it's gonna be fire. So fireworks for sure. And of course, I am going to open the phone line to give you the opportunity to call in and share. All right, so welcome. As you enter, come on, hit the like button, hit the share button, and the subscription button. So let's get straight into it, guys. Let's get straight into it. So I have you covered here, and let's just take a look at what we're seeing here for the women's semi-final. All right, so let's look at number one, and perhaps I need to, I don't know if I can get that spotlight. Just try and get your spot. We're going to definitely in the chat button, comment in the chat, let me know. And all right, guys, we're back. Just got a little disconnected there, but again, my apologies. Hello. All right, guys, we're back. So just got a bit disconnected there. All right, thanks for letting me know. Watch, look, and listen. All right, so the technology here, but let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear again. So if the internet goes down, sometimes the main system is going to go out, but I am coming back. It's going to just automatically reconnect. All right, so guys, as you enter, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course the subscription button, and tell a friend to tell another friend about the voices in education. All right, so let's just get to this heat. So heat number one, all right, is on screen. Rani, Marie-Josee, Talu. So let me see if I can get back my spotlight here. And hopefully you're still hearing me there in the chat. All right, so let's see how this one goes. All right, so again, welcome if you're just tuning in. So in this one, we should Smith, Dina Asha Smith, Boglarka, all right, Zainab, Sashali Forbes, Yua, so Swaboda here, and Kambunji. Let us see who else is here, and Melissa Jefferson. All right, so let me just check in here. Watch, look, and listen. Are you hearing me now? Or is it still breaking up? So I'm just checking here with you guys. Just let me know if you're hearing me or if it is still breaking up. And I'm just going to do a quick check on my end here. Just give me a So I'm just checking here with All right, so I guess it's sounding okay on my end. So hopefully you guys are still hearing me clearly. All right, so if you look on screen here for heat number one, all right, we see some names. All right, so Talu went in this one with the fastest time. So I'm expecting Talu, all right, to get out. Dina Asha, and again, guys, it's the top two. All right, so it's just the top two from each heat that will move forward. So the first two in each heat, they get the big Q, and then the next two fastest Q advance to the final. All right, so that is significant. Only two. So this heat too is also significant in the sense where you have a Melissa Jefferson and we can't necessarily counter out, right? But Talu, I'll say, will go through. When I watched Dina Asher Smith run the other day in London at their Diamond League stop, you know, she to me, albeit the fact that it was at 200 meters, she to me was working on her start. She seemed to be very quick and, you know, faded there toward the end, but I suspected that she was working on her start. And with that kind of work, I am believing perhaps I'll give Dina Asha and let's see Talu. But then will Talu remain consistent? Now is the time that she should be picking up some pace. We saw that very fast time in heat one. All right, so we'll see what happens here for sure with Talu. All right, so welcome. Crypto, I don't have any video of the race, all right? And watch, look, and listen saying clearly. So fantastic, happy that you're hearing me much better. And perhaps I'm just going to do this just to disconnect some other systems from this main connection here. And Justin, welcome. So happy that you're here too, Justin. And I know for sure you're going to talk about Madame Richards. All right, Mademoiselle. That's how I think that's how they say it, Miss Sha'Carri, Mademoiselle en français. Oui. All right, so let's go here. So I am thinking here, I'm just going to go with Talu and Dina Asha for this one. But if I see Melissa Jefferson, I would be okay with that as well. All right, so this is heat number one. You think heat number one was hot? Let's go to heat number two, guys. Heat number two, semifinal two, my apologies. This is, my word. I don't know how to describe this. This is almost like the final with some other persons missing. I don't know what on earth could have caused this, but it is what it is. So Rosemary is there in this one. Bree, all right, Imani, Mariam, all right, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce of Jamaica. This is where it gets interesting now. Julien Alfred of St. Lucia, Sha'Carri Richardson of the USA, Patricia, and then we have Vladimir. Come on, somebody tell me, what is it that the Olympic Games they're trying to find out here in semifinals number 2? Again, guys, only the top 2 will get the big Q, the automatic qualifying spot. So first and second, and then the fastest non-qualified, so the small queues, all right, the next 2 spots. So I am thinking here, this is going to be a very fast run. And which 2 is going to come out of this one? I want you to talk to me, because if, you know, Shelly-Ann Fraser is not picking up the pace that, you know, we want to see, right? I am thinking that Sha'Carri and Alfred, they are pretty much the likely ones to get out of this one. All right. But for sure, you cannot rule out a mommy Rocket. She's going to put in what she needs to get past. Is she up in terms of that level where we're expecting her to perform? Right? And I know that Julien Alfred, she's determined, she's strong, and she's going to run very hard. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Julien winning this semifinals too, because she's going to go very hard. She's going to run, and Sha'Carri is going to be there somewhere too. Fraser-Pryce is not to be left out of this conversation. Again, it's the top 2 winner, guys. So this is what makes it very interesting. But I am going to say Sha'Carri and Julien, and I suspect that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is perhaps going to get one of those small cues. But, all right, not taking anything away from Shelly right now, but I'm just talking about what I've seen so far this season, all right? This is a big one. This is a big one, a very big one. So expecting these 3 ladies to go to the final, but in what way? Some 2 with the big Q and 1 with a small Q. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And watch, look, and listen. I see you agreeing with me so far. So good. So guys, let me know too, you know, I'm going to open the line as soon as we go through these, just for you to call and let me know, you know, which heat you think is the hottest one, right? Well, which semis or semifinal you think is the hottest one, and you know, what are you expecting? Who are you expecting to see in the final? All right, Festus, welcome, welcome. And Justin is saying, I'm not sure about Talu. All right, she's like that, always running her 2 first rounds too fast. She isn't a good round, or I guess she doesn't have good round management. And well, she ran 1 round fast, and suspecting that she's going to do that in the semi. All right, again, so I picked her to get out into the final, but we'll see what happens there in the final. And then there was I was talking about this earlier in terms of Talu, and what Ruran said to me, because we're having this conversation. She said to me that perhaps Talu was strategic in terms of running very fast in the, I don't know how, you know, but I'm just going to share, in terms of running very fast in the heat, so that she does not end up in a situation where she's going to fight for like a small queue, being placed in the queue room, just waiting on times. Because, you know, a lot of the placement here now comes back to some persons who might have, you know, gotten a 2nd position. So she ran a race where she would perhaps be the fastest person there, where she can more, you know, control that race. So hopefully Ruran will call and share more about that when we open the phone line. All right, so again, guys, this heat number 2 is a very big one. All right, let's go to, I keep on saying heat, but it's semifinal, all right? Let's go to semifinal number 3. All right, so in this one, Leah, all right, Carolina, Zoe Hobbs here, Daryl Nita, Audrey, Tia Clayton, TT Terry, Gina, and Delphine. All right, so this one, no, I believe this one, heat number 3, is very open. And I say this, it's very open. So we could perhaps see any 2 coming out here. And the likely, so I'm just going to say 2 out. So we could look for a TT Terry, a Tia Clayton, a Daryl Nita. And let me see. I think that's it. Like in terms, those are the 3 that I'll have in mind here, right? So it could be a Tia Clayton and a Daryl Nita for sure. And I know that Daryl Nita is going to run very hard. We're going to see TT Terry trying to ensure that she, along with Sha'Carri and hopefully Jefferson, get to the final as training partners, as Americans. But this one is very open. And you could perhaps see like the likes of you know, Zoe, like it's very open. And I am suspecting like a Sha'Carri would love to be over here, or a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, not to have that headache, a Julien Alfred, you know. So this one, heat number 3 for me, is very, very much open. Guys, come on, man. We can do better with the likes. I am not seeing any likes here, but we are here, and I don't know, perhaps I'm just looking at the wrong place. But guys, let's hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right, so what I'm going to do, I am going to drop the WhatsApp number in the chat because I want to keep the screen up and available so that we can have the opportunity to see what is happening. All right, so again, come on, man, close the X, hit the like button. Let's get the likes up to 40. So 40 persons, well, I think we have about what, 8? So we want 32 persons to just close the X right now and hit that like button as we continue to build our conversation here. All right, that's the easiest way to support this channel is by hitting the like button. All right, the subscription button too, and of course, you know, tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. You can definitely get super there in the chat. You can definitely send us a super sticker. You'll see that, you know, welcome if you're just tuning in, welcome. I am just about, it's just my phone line. All right, but I am going to try and drop that WhatsApp number in the chat so you can just give us a WhatsApp call. All right, just so that we have this screen here where we can just come back to. And I am just doing that now. So I am still here, guys, just trying to type this number in the chat so that you can have that WhatsApp number to give me a call. All right. And once you're calling, guys, please remember to turn off your YouTube feed. All right, so that number is right there in the chat and it is pinned. So would love to hear from you. So give us a call and let us talk. All right, welcome. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. All right. And we're seeing a lot here in the context of the semifinals here. So we'll have 3 semifinals. Again, in semifinal number 1, Rani Talul and Dina Forbes, Yua Swoboda, Tambunji, Melissa Jefferson. All right, so I am thinking that 2 Jamaicans are likely to make it to the final based on how the semis are pretty much set up here. So if you notice, I don't have Sasha-Lee Forbes here, given what I have seen, unless she's going to get one of those Q, which I suspect may not be the case at this point, given what is happening, but anything is possible. So guys, if we were to pretty much, kind of type out what the finals is going to look like. So while I am monitoring the phone here, waiting for a call, let me see if I can also put some text here and perhaps we can do that, right? So if we go in terms of who we're expecting to see here, let's say Talu, all right? So let me just number, and this is in no particular order, all right? Just in terms of who is going to make, the final. I just like to do this with you guys. So let's see here, Asha Smith. And next, all right, let us go. If I move this thing, it's perhaps going to move. So from the next one, I'm going to go with Sha'Carri. So Sha'Carri is going to come out, and I'm going to go with Alfred coming out of that one. And then the number 5, the third one, I said it was pretty open. And let me go back there. So Darrell Nita. So perhaps Nita there. And I'm going to go with Tia Clayton. And then they have 2 more spots. All right. So in terms of that, I'm giving one to Fraser-Pryce. All right. And then I will perhaps go with Jefferson. All right. So I'll perhaps go with Jefferson. So this is what I am thinking that the final will perhaps look like. And I would love to hear from you guys, given how things are set up, right? So it's likely that we're going to have 2 Americans, 2 Jamaicans, all right? And, Talu there, Asha Smith, and, yeah, that's it. Alfred. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is going to be there, but I'm not sure she's going to get one of those big Qs, more likely a small Q. So we'll definitely see how that one goes. Sam, welcome, Kerry, welcome. All right, and you're saying that Sha'Carri looks good, and for sure. So guys, come on, man, hit the like button. We're not yet at, 30 likes, for sure. And and Justin is saying, Mommy Rocket is on the list. Don't you see that, Justin? Justin, we try to be fair. So this is what I am thinking, as you can see on screen there, what I believe the final is going to look like. But as I said to you, right, semifinal number 3 is a very open, right? To me, I would say that's the easiest one, right? And so any one of these top athletes, like, say for example, Julien Alfred would perhaps rather to go over there, right? Shelly-Ann Fraser, but it is what it is. This is what we're working with. And guys, come on, give me a call. Would love to hear from you. The WhatsApp number is pinned in the chat there, but I feel that it's going to look something similar to this setup. All right, so we'll see how it goes for sure. And again, the only one that I am thinking here is that heat number 3, it's very open. So if I don't see a Tia or if I don't see Anita, like it's so open, but I suspect Darrell Nita is going to be in and Tia is going to run hard. All right, so I'm giving, but if I don't see a Tia, then it's perhaps going to be a TT Terry, and then that will make it, 3 Americans. But I'm going to leave it as is. And, we're talking about it before it happens. And guys, we'll be here tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to set this up. And please ensure that you check your you turn on your post notifications so that you do not miss any updates, all right? So that is definitely important. So this is heat number 1, guys, and this is what I've been sharing here in terms of, you know, what is going to happen. Okay, I need to take this off, text, to just get this off a little bit. And let me just try to get back the spotlight here. Okay, good. And let me see. Oh, Justin is saying, Miss Lee, when you be fair, what do you think? The Jamaican public costume? Ah, no, Justin, you know, it is what it is. I cannot change the setup, and no one can, in terms of how things are at this moment. So if we look, let us look at this first one. So this is, let me just check to see. This is heat. Yeah, this is semi-final 1, guys. All right. Talu, Dina Asha Smith. All right, so we have Rani, Talu, Asha Smith, Boglarka, Zainab, Sasha-Lee Forbes, Swaboda, Kambunji, Melissa Jefferson. All right, so given what I saw from Talu, because we haven't seen much of Talu, right? And what we have seen wasn't so good when she was out there in the 100. I don't remember which was the last stop I saw her. But what I saw from Talu, which is like earlier, I was saying, I don't know why she's running that fast time. And then while Ruren and I were talking about it, he was sharing that, you know, Talu perhaps was strategic given what was happening. She went out very fast and just pretty much try not to be in this position where for the semis, she's going to be in a situation where we have right now a Sha'Carri, a Julien Alfred, and a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. So we could perhaps say Talu is kind of like a Shelly, right? In the sense. So Talu now having this control, a better position here in terms of just trying to get to the final. So that was what Ruren shared earlier. All right. So I just want to put that perspective out there. And I was like, you're onto something there with that, because I wasn't thinking about that, but I believe Talu's heat was the final heat. So she would have seen, all that has happened before her. So she went out there and just did her thing. I don't know if it was the final, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce was second to Talu. And so I guess accordingly, they would not end up in the same semi. All right. So that's something there to think about. All right, so welcome, Slick Star. Welcome, welcome. Margaret, welcome, welcome. And Justin is saying, Miss Lee, Sha'Carri is a special talent. No one in athletics history have run 10.65 at age 23 to 24. All right, so point noted there. Guys, hit the like button. Let's get the likes up to 40 likes. And can I have 5 subscriptions quick and fast? Easiest ways to support us, all right? But you can definitely get super in the chat if you would like, and that would be appreciated as well. But the easiest ways to support us is by hitting the like button, the share button, and of course subscription button. Turn on your post notification, and definitely let us continue to grow stronger. Like button, and let us remember that the phone line is open. The WhatsApp number is pinned right there in the chat. So don't be afraid. Give us a call. Even if you just want to say hello, good evening, hello, good night, or you like the program, would love to hear your voice. All right. So let's keep hitting the like button. So this is semi-final 1. And I guess you can see, so from semi-final 1, I am saying the top 2. And that's something else that I need to highlight for you if you're just tuning in. So it's the first 2 in each heat, all right, or semi-final, that will qualify, move on automatically to the final, all right? And then the next 2 fastest, so the small queues will also advance to the final. and we looked at each number 1. So I am saying from heat number 1, we're going to see Talu coming out here, and I went with Dina Asha, all right, as the second athlete coming out of this one. So let's now go to heat number 2, and this one is the very hot and spicy heat. I don't believe that any one of these ladies wanted to be in this semifinal number 2, all right? Semifinal number 2. And so we have Rosemary, Bree, Imani, Mariam, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Julien Alfred, Sha'Carri Richardson, Patricia, and Gladimar. All right, so if you look at this, so based on this setup or lineup in semifinal 2, again, it's the top 2, only 2. I decided to go with Sha'Carri and Julien Alfred. All right, so Sha'Carri and Julien Alfred. All right, I decided to go with those 2. All right, so Julien Alfred and Sha'Carri, those are the 2. And I don't think Sha'Carri want to go back to the queue room like last time and think, okay, I'm going to run from that outside lane, and that would be fine for me. I don't think Sha'Carri going back to any queue room, all right? As what happened in the World Championship. So Sha'Carri ain't going to any queue room. So Sha'Carri and Julien Alfred for this one. So that's semifinal number 2. So now to the final semifinal. All right, we have Leah, Carolina, Zoe, Darrell, Nita, Audrey, Tia, Clayton, Twanisha, Titi, Terry, Gina, and Delphine. All right, so this is the heat that I'm saying. This one is pretty open. This is the final one. So like any 2 from here, it wouldn't surprise me, all right? But for this one, I decided to go with, all right, Darrell Nita. And I didn't spell the Nita right, so my apologies here. It's E, then I. So I decided to go with Darrell Nita and Tia Clayton. All right, so I decided to go with these 2. But if I see, for example, a TT Terry instead of a Tia or a Darrell Nita, it wouldn't surprise me. You know, I would be fine with this. This one is very open. All right, so with that, and given this openness in this final one, I am saying it is likely that Tia, and you can say, okay, this is my patriotism, that's fine. It's likely that Tia Clayton is going to come out of this one. All right, she's going to perhaps run hard as how we saw her in Jamaica, but you know, again, not being able to perhaps manage her own. So hopefully she's able to kind of get a good sense of what is happening. But I suspect, given her experience at this particular level, she's perhaps going to go hard. All right, so I am looking forward to seeing Tia there. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. And then the next 2 qualifying times, so the small queues. So we went and we looked at the big queues from 1 to 6. Those are the big queues. Then I decided to give the small queues, 1 to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and the next one to Melissa Jefferson. All right, so in that case, we would have 2 Americans, 2 Jamaicans, and 2 Britons. All right, so Asha Smith and Nita there of Great Britain, and then Sha'Carri and Melissa Jefferson of the US, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Tia of Jamaica. And then we have Talu there and Julien Alfred. All right, so that's how I came up with this analysis. By no means, this is what's going to happen tomorrow, but that's what I am seeing based on what Talu obviously has expended a lot of energy in the first round, and I share a perspective that I got from Rurian, where he's saying Talu was strategic in the sense that, having seen what has happened so far, she decided that she's going to run hard to try and get a race for a heat for herself, where she can perhaps have a better chance of advancing to the final. And I saw some logics in that. All right, because if you understand how the selections are going to go, then you can perhaps, try to get in there, not in that one, but I guess wherever you want to go, depending on where you fall in your heat in terms of position. All right. So welcome, welcome. 6 star is saying Talu used up too much energy in the heats, in my opinion. And I totally agree, but then it could be a method to the madness, right? And so in that sense, I'm not saying Talu is going to do very well in the final, but Talu is going to advance the final, and she's perhaps going to run hard again, just trying to get, and maybe she might easy and perhaps try to just get the number 2 spot instead of the number 1 spot in her semifinal. All right. So that can be the situation there too. And Justin here is saying Miss Lee Alfred looked, I guess, too tight in her early part of the race and swinging too much, but she has unbelievable strength to make up for the swinging. But you can beat Shelly. Is that you can or you can't beat Shelly with swinging that much? I guess you can't. All right. So, but you see the thing with Alfred, Alfred has this running. Alfred is going to run very hard. And that's the thing. Not so, and so Alfred is somewhat similar to a Talu. All right. Alfred was very easy this morning, Jamaica morning. I don't know where you're tuned in from, but Alfred was easier than Talu. I think she did 10.95. Sha'Carri did 10.94. I think Alfred did 10.95. So I'm just talking from the top of my head here. So I think Alfred did about 10.95, right? But Alfred is very determined. So you're going to perhaps see a different run from Alfred in this semi-final. And obviously you're going to see that because now it's more serious, right? We have Sha'Carri, we have Shelly-Ann Fraser. So she's going to go out hard. And I suspect that she's going to start out with the lead till Sha'Carri comes, with that top end and kind of shut it down, I guess, a little bit early. But if it is that all 3 athletes decide that they're going to go really hard, then that's going to be too much. We might get a very fast time, very, very fast time in the semi. But knowing Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and the experience that she has, she knows how to manage the rounds. But if it is that those ladies are going to go hard, then she will have to run a little bit harder trying to keep up. So if it is that she's not making it, which I don't have her in the top 2, then she can at least get that qualifying time. And that would be smart of her, knowing that if I can keep up with them and not run as fast as they are running in the semifinal, that saves me my energy in terms of getting into the final and getting into the medal contention, right? And so that's definitely what I suspect that Mommy Rocket is going to do at this point, but still not going to play with this one because it is definitely important. All right, so let us see here. And Justin is saying Tia looks like she's pushing too hard to get speed. I'm not sure she's going to make the final. And as I said, Justin, that one is going to be open. But again, and this is where I'm saying, like, with the younger athletes and especially not having that much experience at this level, they're going to push hard, right? So I wouldn't be surprised, and that's why I kind of selected her, if she makes it to the final, because she's perhaps going to run hard. Similar to how in Jamaica, at the trials, at the semis, she ran hard to get past, Sherika, because, she understands that Sherika is in the race. And sorry, when she ran, you would have believed that, okay, this is the final, but it was just the semi-final. So I'm expecting that she's going to keep up with pace. All right, so I wouldn't be surprised there to see her there. And if she gets into that final, she's going to give it her all. So everybody's going to just come up. And Tia now, persons are having the conversation that Tia is reminding them of when Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce first got on the scene at the Olympic Games. No one was expecting her to win. And so I guess that pressure was not there. And she just won the gold medal there, Shelly. So persons are saying, is this another situation, you know, coming out of the MVP track club? All right, so Justin is saying, Miss Lee, don't matter, Shelly Alfred and Sha'Carri will be in the final with the fastest loser. Yeah, Shelly is going to be in the final, and that's why I have her here, but I just don't have her in the top two. But in terms of the queue and, you know, in terms of what I just shared earlier, she understands that, okay, if these two ladies, say Sha'Carri and Alfred, are going to go very hard, she's just going to try to keep up to get that queue so that when the final comes, she knows that, okay, I am good enough, because I believe heat number 2 is going to be the fastest semifinal 2. All right, given, you know, what is happening there. Truth, all right, welcome. Truth set you free. Welcome, welcome. Shelly has to work very hard to get into that final. And yes, once she keeps up with the two ladies there, even if she comes in the number 3 spot, she should get in on that small queue. Right now, guys, we're not getting the likes at all, at all, at all. All right, so hit the like button and the subscription button. Again, the WhatsApp number, all right, it's here in the chat. Give me a call. Let me see if I'm missing any calls, because I'm head cook and bottle washer, all right? So just bear with me if you're calling, but I doubt it. But let me just check here. Not seeing any calls, all right? So give us a call, guys. And remember that we're going to be here tomorrow morning and also for the final. So I'm going to try to get the pot cover and the jump, because the Justin says this jump for the Americans, and you know, Jamaicans, we jump. And Justin here, TT Terry is going to make the final. Something about TT Terry. And for sure she could be in the final, as I said. In that, and in this, oh, it's right here. This semifinal number 3, the final one, it's very open. I think it's wide open. And so, you know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if TT Terry is here. And again, probably Justin. It's just my patriotism why I have Tia here, but I'm expecting to see Tia in the final. But for sure, TT Terry, absolutely, absolutely fantastic athlete. And, you know, we'll definitely see what happens. But, you know, the Americans here, and we'll see. But Justin, just my question to you, what if Sha'Carri is in the number 3 spot again? I don't think Sha'Carri wants to do that again, to go into any queue room. All right. But guys, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. The WhatsApp number is right there in the chat. Give me a call. Give me a call. Would love to hear from you. All right. And I'm going to put it in the chat again. So just for you to, if you're not seeing it being pinned there, but it's in the chat there. It is pinned. All right, at the top of the chat, you will see the number, but I'm just going to drop it again, just in case you miss that. All right, I'm just putting that number there in the chat. Guys, I don't understand how you're on here and you're not even liking up the live. Come on, man. Like up the live. Hit the subscription button. Give me a call. If you want to get super, you can definitely do that. That's up to you. The dollar icon there is in the live chat, but the easiest ways to support us is by hitting the like button and the subscription button. And right now, we're not going to go to the like. Understand, I'm not seeing this number properly and my system is lagging, but we can do better with the live, guys. So close that X in the live chat, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscription button and let us. All right, so again, welcome if you're just tuning in, welcome. All right, so we're here and would love to. I can't wait, and I'm not going to let what happened to me this morning happen, you know, I guess tomorrow morning. And for some of us, depending on where you're tuned in from. All right. But guys, welcome, welcome. And so if you touch that reaction heart, it's not liking, all right? You need to touch the thumbs up button, close the X at the top of the chat, and touch that thumbs up button. And let's just continue to grow stronger together. The WhatsApp number is in the chat. So that's the situation there. So the next big question is, who is going to win this 100 meters? Who is going to win this? So if this is the final and everything is going to happen tomorrow, all right? So ensure that you can stay with us because that's going to happen tomorrow for sure. All right? And I see your comment there, Justin, to say I don't understand Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri is good, man. Sha'Carri is good and obviously talented. Top end speed there works very well for her. And, you know, we'll definitely see what happens, all right? So I'm just pulling your leg. And I know you don't like that, Justin, but yeah. Julien, welcome, welcome. And blessings to you too. And Sam is saying, I saw Tia with tape on her leg. Is she injured? I don't know about that, Sam. All right, Kiwi. Donovan, welcome. And is that Shelly? All right, Tia with an upset, 100%. And you see what I'm talking about? And I've gotten a lot of that on this channel and I am for it. I am for it 100%. And we'll see what happens there for sure, you know, with Tia. And I suspect that she's going to make it to the final. All right. So Tia Clayton there, you know, we're definitely looking forward to seeing Tia. And I'm hoping that, you know, the expectations are not too much for her in terms of pressure. All right, that, you know, oh, I have to deliver, but just go there and definitely make it her own. And on that note, in the context of Tia, her twin sister, Tina Clayton, and this is based on an article from the Jamaica Gleaner. So Tina Clayton is backing her twin sister Tia to surprise her rivals in the women's 100 meters at the Paris Olympics. All right, and so in an Instagram link up yesterday, Tina said her sister Tia is capable of upsetting the favorites in the women's 100 meters. Can you tell me what the sisters are talking about? That is exciting. And I quote her to get to the final. After that, the card Tina, the world under 21 champions in 2020 and in 2021 and to evidence of air was national championships, second and world championships, 1 meter silver medal and a personal from 11.2 seconds to a personal best of 9.5 evens. All right, guys, I believe I am back. So just, you know, got disconnected a little while ago. So we're back here and let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear again in the chat. All right, so let's see here. All right. I believe we're good again. All right, I believe we're good again. So I was just reading there with Tia, and I'm not sure what I missed with you guys, but I'll also just continue here where the twin is saying people will talk, but it's who believes. And Just missing that a little bit. All right, so people will talk, but it's who leaves the blocks first and can execute a proper race, she said. In the past, it would usually be Tina blazing to victory. But at this year's national trials, Tia was the one in the spotlight. Tina, although failing to make the team to join her sister in Paris, is still in a celebratory mood as her sister is now ready to represent the island in her first Olympic Games. I feel really great. She has been working hard. She deserves everything, Tina said. All right. So it's definitely wonderful to just have that feeling. Tina was usually the first Francis on, but what and I was able to her sister. So again, kudos to the girls, the ladies here. So again in June, she rushed to embrace Tia after the final of the 100 meters at the national championships, and she said she would love to offer support in person Paris as well. It would mean a lot to know that all the years I did well, she was always in the stands cheering me. I wish I could be there for her. The 19-year-old said competing together at major senior games is something in the making, as Tia's achievement has fueled this drive. Definitely, this is a big motivation for both of us, said. Long way to go because we're just twin turbos as the Moncan Quarter who broke world under 24 by will in our first games today here. All right, and true, and I agree with that. So I agree with that to say, it's Sha'Carri's race to lose, no doubt about it. It's her race to lose. It is her race. All right, so definitely a race to lose. And Justin, I see you there with her biometric is way above all the athletes I see today. I guess you're referring to Sha'Carri. And Julian is saying Shelly at the bar still. Of course, we love our Shelly. Jappy Sports Talk. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys, welcome. So that's pretty much, it. I am not seeing any calls coming in, and I don't know if the system is allowing it, but it should. All right, it definitely should. So, would love to hear from you guys if you'd like to give us a call, but ensure that you hit the like button and the subscription button. And I am not going to stay too long, because I need to sleep to wake up Paris time. I need to get a couple of hours to wake up Paris time so that I am here unlike, this morning. I got in a bit late. Let's say that. All right. But I am just definitely here, just checking to see, if I am missing any calls. Guys, please hit the like button, man. You're not going to do the like and the subscription, Please hit the like button and the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. So again, if you're just tuning in, you would have perhaps missed, some of what we talked about. But of course, this conversation will be available after the live ends here. But just to go back and share a little bit here in the context of the 100 meters. So again, we have 3 semifinals for tomorrow morning, and we'll be here. So I'm going to set up for that once this live ends. You'll see the the link, all right, for tomorrow morning. So we'll have the morning session where we'll have the semi-final and then the evening session, all right? So we're going to have a morning session, then we do the morning, take a break, and then wait for the afternoon session, and we'll definitely go there for that. But right now, in semi-final one, again, we have Rani, Talu, Asha Smith, Boklarka, Zainab, Forbes, so Sashali Forbes of Jamaica, Swaboda, Kambundji, and Jefferson, Melissa Jefferson of the US. So given what we have seen, again, it's the top two that will get the automatic qualifying spot in the final, all right? So two from each semi-final, and then the next two fastest time. All right, so we'll enter into the final as well. And so I'm saying from this one, Talu and Dina Asha coming out of this one in terms of the top two. In semi-final two, I believe this is the toughest one. All right, in this one, we have Rosemary, and not to ignore Rosemary as well of Nigeria, a fantastic athlete that could perhaps get in on one of those queues, especially if semifinal number 3 is not that fast, all right? So that is something to kind of put or add to this conversation too, because semi-final 3 might not be as fast as semi-final 2, so we might get the 2. So that is something for us to Bree, Imani, Sha'Carri Richardson. Patricia gone ahead and selected Julien Alfred and Sha'Carri as the top 2. In this one, I am saying that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is going to get a small queue, so she will advance. All right, she will advance to this final, but perhaps on a small queue. And a while ago, I was just thinking and saying, you know, this semi-final too could be the fastest in terms of the semifinals, which I am suspecting. And it is likely too that the two queues may come from here. And so Rosemary of Nigeria could be in that final. All right. So just to let you know that as well. And then here in semifinal 3, this is perhaps the easiest of all, and it's very open. And I suspect this is going to be the slowest of the 3 semis as well. And so in this one, we have Leah, Carolina, Zoe, Darrell, Nita, Audrey, Tia, Twanisha, Gina, and Delphine. And so given what I'm seeing here, I will be in the top 2. And then perhaps we might see I didn't pick anyone in the first heat, but again, it could have 2 persons coming out. Vanessa, welcome, welcome. And yes, men's 100 meters as well as the women's semis. And the final is tomorrow, so morning and then afternoon as you share there. Vanessa, thank you. And Justin, let me just check and tell you in Jamaica time. And Price, welcome. Shelly looked very good. She was just jogging in the heats. All right, for sure. So let me just tell you what time that is going to be. Jamaica time. All right, Justin, just give me a moment. But guys, just call me, talk to me, let me know. Right now, everybody, let me know who do you believe is going to make it to the final. So take a little moment to put together your top 8. And I'm going to put back mine on screen, but because we got disconnected, it kind of went off, but I'm just going to do that. And let me just get to you here, Justin, to give you the time for, what did you ask for? You wanted specifically for the semifinals? And let me just try get back to the semifinal. All right, let me just get that for you and share that with you. But, welcome, guys. If you're just tuning in, welcome to our safe space here. All right, Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. As a matter of fact, the women's semis, it's scheduled to start 12:50 p.m. Jamaica time. All right, so 12:50 p.m. Jamaica time. All right, so that's the time that I have there, which kind of makes sense because they're not going to really run it in the morning. It's usually like 2 hour and so before. All right, so that's what I am seeing here, but we'll be live for sure. All right, we're not going to miss that. If I'm on the road, I'll just use my phone, but I should be good. All right, we'll definitely be here for that. All right, so just to let you know. So I've asked you to put together your top 8 for the final, and I'm just going to do this again. All right, just to let you see here what I had previously. So let me see if I can get to add the text here again so that you can see what I was saying. All right, if you're just joining us. So given what I am seeing, I am going to say Talu is going to come out in one of those big cues. And then we go Asha Smith. All right, in the next heat, which is the tough one, I'll go Sha'Carri coming out. Then I'll go for Alfred is going to come out. And then in the final one, I went with Nita. Hopefully I spell it correctly this time. And Tia. In terms of the cues, I went with Shelly, of course. So Shelly-Ann. And then I gave the other one to Melissa Jefferson. All right, so of the USA. So those are the 8 ladies that I am saying will make it into the final. But again, with heat number 2, all right, with heat number 2 being so fast, all right, it could be that. It could be, so I believe Jefferson will have to run. It could be that Rosemary of Nigeria could perhaps be there, and then depending to with Tia, someone was mentioning the fact that TT Terry, all right, could be in there as well. Asha Smith and Melissa Jefferson. Because if it is that Tia doesn't make it, then everything will be resting on Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce to do something for Jamaica. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this context for sure. All right, so guys, let me know in the chat since you're not calling and you rather share there in the chat. Let me know in the chat, who do you believe is going to make it to the final? Before we close off things here. All right, we're gonna do that in a little bit. And guys, you hit the like button, just close the X and hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right, we can definitely do that, and I am counting on you for us to get there and definitely grow stronger together. All right, so let me see if I have comments coming in. Not seeing any comments coming in just now. All right, so guys, you can see on screen right now, right? the final persons I believe was going to get into the final. So let me know, who do you believe is going to make it to the final tomorrow? So we'll have the semifinals and then the final. So who is going to make it? Would definitely like to hear from you in the chat. All right. Again, it's going to be a big one, a tough one, but we'll definitely see who will make it in, because that's the big question there. Who will make it into the final? All right. So I am not seeing any new comments just yet. All right, guys. And guys, one more like, or it looks like two more likes, or one, and we get to 40 likes. And I'm begging you for 5 subscriptions before you leave. Hit the like button and the subscription button. Tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. All right. Let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right. So we can definitely do that. And I am hoping that you'll continue to support us. So hit the like button, share, tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. And also, ensure that you're supporting us. So liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Yes, we really appreciate the support. All right, I see that we're over 41 likes. So thank you so much. If we can get it up to 50, that would be fantastic. All right. So guys, I'm not seeing any new comments, and I am definitely I'm going to wrap this one up because I need to be here early in the morning for the men's 100 meters as well. The heats, they begin tomorrow, and that is something that we want to see, right? And a lot of us, we have questions, so we'll start to get some of our questions answered, all right, in a few hours where that is concerned. And we'll definitely have this conversation, I guess, tomorrow regarding the men's, all right, 100 meters and their semifinals in terms of the lineup for sure. But it has been, fantastic to see what is happening so far. And right now, the excitement is getting, I guess a lot of us, we're just anticipating the excitement to see who is going to be the Olympic champion come tomorrow on the women's side. And by the way, I believe the Americans, they have not won an Olympic gold medal in the 100 meters since, I believe, 1996. And I guess you can't count. I don't remember her name right now. I guess I'm getting tired. Who was stripped of her medals, or I think she gave them up. Marianne Jones, I believe. So in that sense, 1996 was the last time the Americans won a gold medal in the 100 meters women at the Olympic Games. And my word, it has been a very long while too over on the men's side, but tomorrow we'll talk about that for sure. So Sha'Carri Richardson is trying to step out to, I guess, change that. All right, and we'll see. But again, in the context of the final, it is her race to lose as far as I can see right now. And we'll see what happens in that context. But she's going to get some fierce competition. And perhaps that's going to start there in semifinal 2 with Julien Alfred tomorrow or later, all right? Because some of us were already crossed over, depending on where you're tuned in from. And DJ Flood, welcome. DJ Flood is saying this is going to be a hard one to decide. But DJ Flood, the decision will be held tomorrow. Who do you want to win? Talk to me. Let me know in the chat there. All right. So again, guys, it's definitely going to, it's to this level, right? And so it keeps us on our toes, and it keeps us interested in terms of what is happening. And so as opposed to, oh, she's going to win. So, it's more exciting when we have this quality. And, I was saying, a lot of persons are saying that the men's side is going to be, you know, more exciting. But over on the women's side is equally exciting. I mean, it's Sha'Carri's race to lose at this point. And I guess perhaps that's the difference because everybody's anticipating that Sha'Carri is going to win. But over on the men's side, things are a little bit unsettled in the context of Noah, Kishane Thompson, oblique Civil, Ferdinand Omaniala. But we'll definitely talk about the guys tomorrow. All right. And DJ Flood is saying Tia and Shelly. All right. So Tia going to win and Shelly going to come second. Is that the case, DJ Flood? But a lot of persons are saying that Tia, including Tia's twin sister Tina, is saying that Tia just needs to make it to the final because she's going to, I guess, surprise, her competitors. Wow. And so, that is something for sure that we are looking forward to seeing. But, we'll get our questions answered tomorrow. All right. I was just trying to remember the word for tomorrow in French. I believe it's demain. All right, so we'll definitely get that answered, all right, tomorrow, and we'll see, what will happen tomorrow for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely see that. All right, so guys, we're going to call it here. And I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, in whatever you do, ensure that you have God in the midst of whatever it is that you're doing. And remember to exercise self-care. Okay, you need to take care of yourself. And blessings and love, everyone. I'll definitely see you later, just in a few hours from now. All right. I'll definitely see you in a few hours from now, and we'll be there for the men's and then a little bit later for the women's semifinals, the finals, as well as the 4x4 mixed relay. I believe that is happening tomorrow as well. All right. And DJ Flood is saying, can't wait to see this tomorrow. For sure, for sure. So ensure that you stick and stay with us. All right. DJ Flood and others there in the chat. Ensure that you stay with us. And for you to do that, you need to ensure that you subscribe and turn on your post notifications. So tap the bell and select all so that you do not miss any updates. So we'll be here for the talking, we'll be here for the calling, we'll be here for the pot covers and the drum rolls. So please ensure that you stick and stay with us. This is your safe space. And thank you so much for maintaining our safe space where everybody feels a sense of belonging and where you feel valued. All right, so you're a valued member of this space. Again, thank you so much for all your support. Let's continue to grow this space. We want to get to 10K subscribers, and we can definitely get there. All right, with your help, with your continued support, for sure we can get there. So I'm expecting Justin to get all of Antigua and Barbuda here. I haven't seen them here yet. All right. And, let me know. But before I go, quick check-in. Let me know where you're tuned in from. So drop roll call, drop your country. If you're dropping the flag, drop the name of the country beside the flag. So quick roll call. Let me know where you're tuned in from. And Jamaica to the world. So DJ Flood from Jamaica, of course. So guys, quickly, let me know where you're tuned in from before we go. Roll call, roll call. I know Antigua and Barbuda is here. Jamaica is here. Who else is there? St. Lucia, Barbados, Guyana. Who else is here? Great Britain. Who else is here? France, France. Who else is here? Caribbean, my people, are you here? Is there anyone from Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, Cote d'Ivoire? Let me know. Italy, Hungary, Poland, Switzerland. All right, roll call, roll call. So we're going to sign out, guys. So while the music is playing, all right, let me know where you're tuned in from. Roll call, roll call, roll call. Again, do not leave without liking and subscribing, and ensure that you tap the bell and select all so that you do not miss any updates. As soon as I sign off here, I am going to set up the link for tomorrow or later, the session, the France morning session. And then after the morning session, I'll definitely set up for the afternoon session. So DJ Flood is this looks like Jamaica and Barbados. All right, wonderful. Sam. So Jamaica is still here represented, of course. So drop your flag, guys, and we're going to sign out. And again, blessings and love. See you in the next live. Bye for now.